welcome to another episode of the Wayy Up podcast. Of course, your boy is solo today. Shout out to Josh Way. Shout out to Leslie. Hope you guys are doing well. But man, it was an episode that I've been wanting to do for like the longest time. It was just a matter about timing. You know, all of this wrestling stuff would not have happened if it wasn't for this guy right here. This guy's the reason why I get to have the career that I have right now. This guy's the reason why I get to have the career that I'm going to have. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my friend, for my guest, Michael J. Wexler, everybody!
You know what's funny? Michael J. Wexler is my dad's name.
Your real name's not Jay?
No, it's my... Where did you get the J from?
That's what you did. That's what you said.
No, I said Michael Edward Wexler.
Michael Edward Wexler.
Michael J. Wexler is my father's name.
Michael J. Fox. That's your dad's name.
That's
All
my
right.
dad's name, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to your dad for making you. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
shout out to you. Thank you for coming all the way over here for this episode. Been needing to have this episode with you, but you always keep Funny thing, I wanted to surprise him with it. I kept saying, "Oh, I need to film something. Can you come help me?" He said, "Oh, I can't. I'm doing this. Oh, I can't. I'm doing this."
Mm-hmm.
The original plan was, yeah, you come over here. I'm like, "Oh yeah, here's your seat. What's up, guys?" But no. And then it came to a point. I'm like, "Bro, I'm trying to do a pod interview with you. When can you come?"
Yeah, sorry. It's just very busy schedule.
No,
man.
you ruined your own surprise, and it's fine.
Dang.
But either way, how are you doing today?
Good. Lots of traffic heading over here
Yeah.
to Paris, California.
Heck yeah. How was your New Year's, man? How was your holiday season?
It was good. Spending it with the family. Especially changes within the family is kind of tough. So, my grandmother's getting older, and my aunt's, still transitioning into that retired lifestyle. So, I mean, it's a transitional period, but I try to be there.
Yeah, man. You go and do what you could do, man. What John Cena says, control the controllable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watch a lot of John Cena interviews lately, man.
Oh yeah.
But man, yeah, man. A lot of people knows you as, oh yeah, iRod's friend. Oh, is your friend coming today? I met this guy at an autograph signing.
Mm-hmm.
And look where we're at now,
Yeah.
doing podcasts together.
Yeah.
So take me back to the day where we first met. That sounded so terrible. Take me back to the day when you met Sammy Guevara.
Okay. Well, so that was actually, believe it or not, that was one of the first meet and greets that I've ever did in general. Because
Nice.
I before the pandemic, I don't think I've ever been doing a meet and greets and stuff like that. So that with the Redlands Inland Empire toy store in Redlands, California. Fun fact, there was a Kmart that used to be there and then it closed down in that area. So it was really cool to be back in that area. But it was the first time meeting Sammy Guevara, someone that I've known since 2017 when he was training at Booker T's school. So it was really cool to get to meet him in person for the first time. And it was really cool to say hey. But yeah, I met someone with a sign that says I've been here since 6 a.m. And it was graduating that day.
Yeah,
so,
crazy.
we had some of the people that I knew in line was like, hey, we got to let this guy in first. So
Yeah.
but no, it was cool. Sammy has always been a cool guy in terms of just being the personality traits and stuff like that. Really cool. So yeah, shout out to Sammy.
Yeah, I was still am. I still try to keep up with it, but I was a big fan of the vlog channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's still doing vlogs, right? I fell off all on my YouTube subscriptions, bro. Because life got busier.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But bro, obviously what brought us together was wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
But what were your early memories of wrestling, huh? We just filmed your story. We just filmed a Your Story interview for his show. So I was like, let me just recycle all of the questions he asked me. So what is your early memories of wrestling?
So
now, what got you into wrestling?
Yeah. By the way, shout out to the Wrestling Classic for that question. I got into wrestling through my family. That was something that has been a family generational thing. My grandpa loved it. There used to be WWF shows back in the day over at the auditorium. I think it was called the Olympic Auditorium in in San Bernardino, California.
Oh, that's it was just called San Bernardino Arena.
Yeah, the San Bernardino Arena, and that's where they used to held all the Raws and the Superstar Challenges back then. Before obviously the
house shows.
Yeah, it was a big market, especially with the history that was behind like Hollywood area, because back in the territorial days they would have, obviously like New Jersey, you would have the coast, and then you would have Hollywood. They didn't call it California wrestling, they called it Hollywood. So I mean, technically, like you had LA, and then you also had San Diego, a part of that conversation. Obviously, San Bernardino, and San Bernardino. I mean, I remember my grandfather saying that he saw like Ric Flair back in the day, and seeing all like shout out to Jesse Hernandez that would have shows over with people like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and stuff, people that would make it into the wrestling challenge and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it was kind of a family thing. So like I said, my grandfather loved it, my mom and aunt love it, and then that went straight to me, and I loved it, man. I've been through it, through the toughest of times where people didn't really like, okay, wrestling, and then now where it's a part of pop culture again for the first time since like the 80s, the 90s, so I'm loving it, man.
It's crazy where wrestling is at now, man. How it's just, I always followed Complex for a long time, and now I'm seeing wrestling in Complex now. I'm like, huh,
dude,
it's crazy. And now they're collabing and making all this merch and stuff and whatnot.
Yeah,
crazy, man. But bro, I gotta ask you, man, how'd you feel about John Cena's farewell tour, bro?
So I think personally that,
oh God, you're gonna make me mad, huh?
No. The first half was fire, I think, because from the Rumble, like barely losing to Jey Uso in the Royal Rumble, and then finally getting that chance to win at the Elimination Chamber by defeating one of his arch nemesis in his career, CM Punk. Then having that heel turn, and then having that, oh my God, seeing that heel. Technically, he was heel back in like 2003, but we don't talk about that. And then like seeing, I think from like that, like from Royal Rumble to like WrestleMania, I think that was the point where like it was getting good, and we were seeing stuff that we haven't seen before. I think it was like during WrestleMania and then a little bit after where stuff just didn't work out. A lot of stuff that we didn't see. Maybe for like scheduling reasons or whatever, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
From SummerSlam to now, I feel like it's been a hit or miss. Cody winning back the title, I don't think was the right decision, in my opinion.
Oh, what?
I didn't think so. I think, or at least at SummerSlam, if he could have won at the last match, that would have made sense. Him winning at SummerSlam back the title just didn't make sense to me. But like I said, the match with AJ Styles was phenomenal. Quote, sorry for the pun. The match, even now looking back at some of the matches that he had during the heel turn era with, I honestly think that his match with CM Punk was really good when they were in Australia.
It was, yeah.
I really think that his match, oh God, was it with Randy or was it with, I'm trying to remember all the matches. But yeah, like his match with Randy, I thought was pretty well spoken for history behind those two.
Yeah.
And it really attested to like Cena's ability to tell stories, I think, with those matches. So was it fully successful? Not necessarily, but there you could pick out some moments that were like, man, that was really cool. You know what I mean? Like never in a million years would he think Cena would turn heel, let alone have a match, one more final match with Randy Orton.
True. Yeah.
So.
I felt it was everything that I expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the thing that gets me irritated. Internet wrestling fans, y'all get on my nerves sometimes. It was everything that I expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, man. for sure the heel run was like, oh snap, okay, let's go. My child me hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I told Josh, I'm happy it's happening now as an adult than when I was 10. Because if I was 10, I'd be traumatized. You know?
Yeah.
But now, like, but not like, I think it was, at Money in the Bank where he announced, yep, I'm doing my retirement. And then I think that's when he even said, I only got like 38 dates or something like that. Was it 38 dates? Something like that.
I thought it was 25, but yeah.
Something like that. Either way, 40 dates. Let's say 40.
Yeah.
40 dates, and there's how many Raws and SmackDowns in 1 year?
Yeah.
Out of 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew, I'm like, it's not going to be all that, We're just going to have cool moments, like him being at every pay-per-view, Royal Rumble, Chamber, He was at all the pay-per-views, and he had some pretty good matches. It was everything that I expected to be. Revisit some old rivalries and make some new matches, Like we got him and Logan Paul. That's a match I really wanted to see. Mm-hmm. That's a match I was hoping we'd get, and we did,
Yeah.
I really wanted him and Dom to go at it, and they did, So, like, I thought it wasn't bad. For sure, the heel turn, it didn't have to happen. Mm-hmm. Like, just seeing it back is just like, what was the whole point? Yeah, it was to sell Elimination Chamber tickets, but there's no payoff.
Yeah.
There's just no payoffs. The Rock and Travis Scott, what the heck? Why did we need Rock? If we were going to turn Cena heel, he could have done it himself.
Yeah.
He didn't need Travis Scott. He didn't. The fact that Travis Scott was a part of his heel turn is insane to say.
Yeah.
Like, huh? There was no payoff with The Rock being there. We didn't need that. Mm-hmm. Then, he just didn't get a good, proper heel run. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I thought everything in the run was good.
Yeah.
It really was. Nothing to complain about. I know all these people complain about it, but
yeah,
he only had like 40 dates, a little less than 40 dates. What do you expect?
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, obviously, had a past like me. Grew up as a wrestling fan. Mm-hmm. How did you even get into this business?
So I started out in 2020, November 2020, with Jesse Hernandez in the School of Hard Knocks. That's how I started. Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Trailer King. And I was looking at the doors.
My dogs, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Jesse, Trailer King, and Sergio Santana, because those are the three people that got me in.
Shout out to Sergio Santana?
Sure, I guess.
I guess. Shout out to you, buddy.
But yeah, that's how I started, because I started out as a cameraman because Jesse needed some camera people. And then so they needed a backstage interviewer. They originally had a girl by the name of Kiara that did it at first. And then, then I started doing the I started doing the interviews, and then it just started off from there, man. I mean, I've been very blessed, very honored for the past, what's going to be 6 years in November, to be a part of this business. And it's been a very risky ride, especially within my, the way I've been doing stuff like that. Cause showing face at all these shows and traveling and stuff like that. It's very uncommon within the scene. So, I'm very thankful for where I started, and I'm very thankful for the people that I've gotten to work with. Like, shout out to Dream Slam Wrestling, who helped me get kind of my footing in the Orange County scene. Shout out to MPW, Millennium Pro Wrestling in Chatsworth. That's where I kind of got my footing there with commentary. Same thing with Jesse. I started out with commentary with Jesse, but I kind of quickly transitioned into MPW and stuff like that, and kind of on a more consistent level there. But yeah, man, it's again, you don't see a lot of broadcasters really do what I do, in a sense. Like, they don't travel to all these different shows. They don't travel to all these different parts of the I was going to say the country, but like all these different parts of the state.
Yeah.
It's, it's very risky, and not a lot of people like what I do. But at the same time, I think, because I was just talking to a friend of mine, his name is Carmen Michael, shout out to him. He said that, you got to be your biggest cheerleader. You know what I mean? You gotta really, if you believe in what you want to do, you got to promote yourself. You got to take those risks and, be your own cheerleader.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. So how exactly so obviously Jesse's the one that gave you the start. Mm-hmm. How did you even come? I knew about Jesse Hernandez School of Hard Knocks because of you. But how did you find out about him, or like how did you make that connection?
So I was going to Jesse's shows in 2018. That's when I started going to my first independent wrestling shows ever. I didn't have a license at the time, so my mom would take me. Mm-hmm. Yes, I got my license when I was 19 years old. Okay,
me too.
Cool.
Me too. I think I was 19 too.
Yeah, and then I started going there, and that's how I started seeing people like Matt Vandergriff, who I think is incredible as an athlete. And then seeing what he's doing in the Vegas scene, because he's originally from Vegas, and like seeing him go from like there to San Bernardino, which again is shorter than like LA-ish drive, but seeing him, Uptown Andy Brown, who has been nothing but a great person, Richie Slade, who I've known now for, like I said, well over 5 years now, and just people like that, Trailer King is, he was a part of a tag team with his son back in the day. What were they called? They were called the
Dragonflies.
The Dragonflies, yeah. So just seeing them and having that start was, how I really got my start. And then it was funny that you say that, because 2019, I told myself, I was like, hey, now that I have my license, I'm going to try to expand my horizons and try to go to as many of these independent wrestling shows as I can. Yeah. And as soon as I made that decision, COVID happened.
Oh, man.
So I was planning on going to like places like PWG and like at the time Bar Wrestling and all these different shows that I had.
Bar Wrestling.
Yeah.
Never got to experience it. It sucks.
Yeah. So it was just those type of shows that I wanted to do, and then obviously it didn't happen due to the pandemic. Then I started working with Jesse, and then afterwards. I made that transition to doing ring announcing for a company which is now located in Heber, California, which is kind of near if you're going towards El Centro, that area. I don't know how that far is from here. Maybe it's like the opposite way. But it's called Venue Wrestling Entertainment. That's how I got, more consistent in ring announcing and stuff like that. So it's been, like I said, a real long ride. Yeah. but like I said, I'm very thankful and very very appreciative of those like a Jesse Hernandez and people like Barry Sweeney, who was who still I don't know if he still is commentating over in Primal Pro Wrestling, but he kind of gave me that start over at Millennium Pro Wrestling. So just those kind of people. Jordan Castle, of course, like the king. Yeah, I always call him all the time. So.
Yeah, it's insane it's insane to see all like the connections you have. When we went to Survivor Series, when we went to the Superstore, I'm like, oh snap, it's Alan Owens. What's up, Mike? I'm like, huh?
To be fair,
I'm like, huh?
To be fair, Justin of the Wrestling Classic introduced me to him, so that like.
And then, to Justin the Wrestling Classic, someone that I've known that follows the Thai school.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm picking up Justin Wrestling Classic from the airport. Meet us at the mall. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
He's helped me a lot in my career. I owe a lot to Justin, because he helped me grow my social media page from like 2018. So like yeah.
I see what's it called? I remember. I remember when I first followed you. Chris Van Vliet follows you? Huh?
Shout out to Chris, man. Chris.
Like what?
If I do want to put something public out there, is that Chris Van Vliet is seriously one of the most genuine, nicest people in the world. He is. Like he takes the time to talk to you and to give you his insight. Quote the pun, because that's his podcast name. But like he's a genuine person, and I would not be where I am without Chris. Because like
How did you get connected with Chris?
Chris, so it's funny. I've watched.
That's one of the story, man. How did you get connected with all these guys that we all know?
Well, who do you want to know?
I'm gonna name him. How'd you get cool with Chris?
Chris Van Vliet, I've watched his interviews since, believe it or not, 2012, 2013.
Oh, like his beginning days.
Yeah. And I remember, like, I think the first one I ever watched of his was Royal Rumble 2013. It was him, The Miz, and Dolph Ziggler. Because at the time, the Royal Rumble was over at the Cavaliers Arena.
Yeah.
And at the time, he was living in Cleveland. So it was, he started out doing it for his local news station. And then slowly but surely, he grew into his own channel and did his own stuff. So I kind of watched his, I don't want to say kind of, I watched his interviews since then. And we got connected. Oh, God, I want to say I had bought a cameo from him for my birthday.
A cameo?
I think.
All right.
If I remember correctly, because I didn't start the promoting stories thing till like 2020. So maybe it was before that. I don't know. But yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I bought a cameo from him saying if I could get a happy birthday message. And then he responded, gave me the happy birthday message. And then I think that's how we just connected through there. If not, it was through me promoting stories. Because I started promoting stories on Instagram in 2020 because that's when AEW Dark had happened. And shout out to AEW Dark. I loved it. I don't know who else would say otherwise. But it gave people opportunity like Danny Limelight. Like, Powerhouse Hobbs got signed through AEW Dark.
Yeah.
And he's all the way from Palo Alto, which is in, NorCal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I think that's how I connected with Chris was through. It was either through the cameo or through the stories. It's been some time. I think it's been since like 2020 or before that. But he's always been great to me. He's always been nice to give me a shout out or give me some advice or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Oh, Chris is so dope, man. The times that we've met, he's been really cool to me, which is fire.
Yeah.
Chris Van Vliet on Wayy Up. Chris, watching this, I'm gonna text him. It's fine. All right. How did you get connected with the Wrestling Classic, Justin?
Well, like I said, that just goes along with. Honestly, I don't remember. It was definitely like 2017, 2018. I want to say it was like 2018 that I saw his page, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So then, again, being especially with the product that was happening at the time, like you had the brand split, you had all that the Land of Opportunity, SmackDown Live, and stuff like that. Like he was posting stuff like that, along with some obviously some classic wrestling posts. He had let me at the time. He used to do these things called the Snapchat takeovers. So he would have certain accounts run his Snapchat, and I would take that over maybe once or twice. I wrote actually the SmackDown reviews for him for a little bit, and I was under the author named Captain Charisma because Christian Cage is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So yeah, I would write the SmackDown. You did this
while you were typing?
Yeah, but yeah, I would write SmackDown reviews back in the day for him. So yeah, that's how I knew Justin. I think over, like I said, 2018, 2017.
Nice.
So it's been a while. So shout out to Justin. Like I said, he's helped me with my career so much. So.
And you got cool with Alan Owens because of him. How about Brock Lesnar guy? That's the one I'm just like, oh snap, it's Brock Lesnar guy.
So Mike.
Hey Mike, I'm like, huh? Y'all know each other?
Mike, I've always been cool with online, but that was really the first time we really saw each other in person. I don't think we've met each other in person before that, to my memory. And of course, Mike, if you're watching this, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah,
Mike, if you're watching this, thank you.
But no, shout out to Brock Lesnar guy. He is legit a cool guy, and like I said, I think we followed each other I don't think for that long, really. I think it's maybe since 2020, 2021. Now that it's been 5 years, obviously, but still.
Here's another one. I actually grew up with this guy's channel right here. I grew up with this guy, man. I watched a lot of his YouTube videos growing up, his vlogs and stuff. Muscle Man Malcolm.
Before we get into that, you visited Waffle House, actually, in Tennessee.
Yeah.
What's your Waffle House order?
I don't remember what I got, bro. I did have the most basic thing. I just got waffles and then I don't remember what I got. Eggs, of course. I think I just got the most basic plate ever. Yeah, I think I don't remember what I got. I think I just got a regular plain waffle with the ham. I want to say I got ham too with it. Yeah, I don't. If I was to see the menu itself, I think okay, no, this is what I got.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, yeah. My IHOP order is chocolate chip pancakes. I don't go to Denny's. This thing, man, I like the hole in the wall spots. Like, I wouldn't say this isn't a hole in the wall spots, but like our burger. I don't know if you've ever seen our burger or heard of it. There's a couple over here, and then in Mobile, but our burger got some bomb breakfast. You know, pancakes to die for. This place right here, Carrie's Cafe, you know, amazing breakfast, big breakfast portions, you know. There's this spot by my work named Angelo's, bro. Angelo's is freaking bomb, bro. Big portions, man. So those are my type of breakfast spots, man, you know. But yeah, I don't think I'll go to Waffle. Yeah. Whoever is the CEO of Waffle House, retrain your employees.
Oh my God.
Like, have you ever been to a Waffle House?
I have not. And you know what's funny? You say that. The joke I have on Instagram, by the way, follow me at Sock Monkey Mike. I always poke fun at Malcolm because he always posts like these reels every single time of like either Instagram or YouTube. He's like, "What's your Waffle House?"
Yeah,
right?
We all know that. Yeah.
So every time I go to Denny's or every time I go to IHOP, I always post on my Instagram.
I know you
story,
do. Yeah, you tag him.
and then I say, hey, or I'm all like way better than Waffle House. Or like, and that's just to poke fun at him. But yeah, no.
Yeah, I even tagged him too when I went. I'm like, all right, let's see what the hype is about. And then I'm like, this is so disappointing. The food was bomb. No, the food was bomb. It's just the customer service was so bad, bro.
Yeah.
It's like Popeyes, you know. Whenever you go to Popeyes or McDonald's, you know the service is gonna be whack.
I know. I go to McDonald's every morning for my family.
It's gonna be, you know, you're gonna have some decent and good food, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you're not going for the customer service, you're just going for the food.
Yeah.
But Waffle House, bro, I was not expecting next level of disrespect. I'm like, fool, take your earbuds off and take my order. Huh? You know the worst thing, my dad left a tip.
Oh, damn.
Why would you? All right, what do you want? I want eggs, scrambled. Fool, look at me while you're asking. I don't know what you're saying. That's my bro moment, actually. We didn't even get to do this. All right. Yeah, that's my bro moment. Waffle House. Experience sucked. Food was decent. All right, how'd you beat Muscle Man, Malcolm? And we're going to transition to our bro moment.
Okay,
you got me heated now.
So I met Muscle Man Malcolm. Points at the camera. I met him through another YouTuber by the name of Brandon Hodge. Brandon Hodge, yeah.
You know Brandon Hodge? What? That's right, you do know.
Yeah, I remember. Nice. Oh, how did I meet Malcolm? I think he was on the WrestleMania, the one in Orlando. The one where, give me the green light. 30, what number was that?
That was 33.
3? Okay, yeah. I thought it was 34. 33. And I remember he was on there and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then we connected, actually. It was a couple of years later, actually. Yeah. I think it was like 2018, maybe. Yeah, that year later. And I had this thing where he had this title at the time where it was called the WWE Shop title, because originally Brandon Hodge had that title. He created it.
Apparently he had like the most unboxings in YouTube.
Yeah. And
I was invested, bro.
So then they had this series on YouTube where it was like this hype package thing for them to actually have a match and stuff like that. And so they went over to the GTS arena, which was Grimm's Toy Show, and had a match. And now listen, I will never go on air to say anything bad about a match, but let's just say that match was one to see.
It was a match.
It was a match.
It was one,
but yeah, and then
Brandon Hodge. How the heck do you meet Brandon Hodge?
Wait, but I'm not done with Malcolm.
Oh, you're not done with Malcolm?
Yeah. So, so what happened was I made these videos. And I have a really good friend out there. His name is Kevin Morris, who was the cameraman at the time, that would make these videos. And shout out to Juliet Flores, by the way, who helped me as well, of calling out Malcolm, of calling out for his. He had changed the title to the WWE Shop title to the YWO Heavyweight Championship. The YWO was this. It wasn't really confirmed, but it was like this clique, this YouTube wrestling YouTuber clique.
Yeah.
Right, it included Miss WWE Fan 13 at the time.
I remember her, yeah.
Who's now, I believe, Miss Disney Fan. I believe now. Shout out to Kayla, and it included who's now in NXT. He went under his real name, which I don't know if I'm on record to say his real name, but Joey Gonzalez in NXT, who's NXT.
Oh wait, no, that is his ring name. My bad.
That is his ring name. Yeah. His real name. I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Yeah,
but in the Indies, I will say his name.
That was another channel I used to watch.
Yeah, and his name in the Indies, I will say, was Vinny Wasco.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. He's been doing great things. But yeah, it was this. I don't want to say fictionary, stable, but it was this, thing that
it was a genuine stable, bro.
Yeah. And then so he would put on these YouTube videos like, okay, YWO Open Challenge, who's gonna? And I told my friend, like, I gotta make a call out video, bro. And then if you go on my YouTube channel at Sock Monkey Mike, which you can find it there, if you scroll all the way down to like 2019, you can find it. It's me skinnier than what I am now as a 20-year-old adult.
Yeah.
Because me and Malcolm are the same age. I'm older than him by like a couple months.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I know him through there. He's always been great. I love what he's doing now with the Waffle House stuff, doing stuff in wrestling. He trained to be a wrestler too, which was great. So we just actually met for the first time in person at WrestleMania in Vegas. Because he was he was doing stuff for Oasis Pro Wrestling. So this was
like the Xbox type thing. You meet your Xbox friend for the first time.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And he interviewed Juicy Finau, who again, shout out to him in the Inland Empire. He's from Ontario, California. He also interviewed Journey Fatu, I think, and a couple others too. So yeah, and I'll never forget that night too, because I was doing commentary with Pollo Del Mar. Shout out to her. I remember Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu was there. They literally, Jacob's hair is so big where he tries to put a hood on or he tries to put a towel over his head, and you could tell it's Jacob because he can't cover his head. I was like, he's like, what's up, man? Shout out to Jacob Fatu, man. But yeah, that's to answer your question. That's how I met Malcolm, and
it's crazy, man. Like all the YouTubers that I still watch them occasionally, but like I used to watch all the time. Dude, you're just casually friends with them. Like,
dude, there's an independent wrestler out there, and I'll never forget this because when I commentated for West Coast Pro, which to me that is thank you to West Coast Pro, Scotty, Levi Shapiro, those guys who gave me a chance to do commentary for their show that was recently last year. There's a group called ADK All Day Crew. You got to go check out. They are 3 talented greenhorns that are killing it in NorCal right now. I believe they're the Supreme Tag Team champions still as of this recording, so I'm not too sure. But there's one of them, and his name is Bryce Kuza, and I'll never forget it. Shout out to you, Bryce, by the way. He had literally, when I introduced myself, he's like, dude, I remember you. Remember watching you on YouTube, bro. I was like, what? And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, like. It was like 2019. I was like, what?
That's crazy.
I was like, yo, like.
I did that. I've had that boat before.
Yeah, I was like, yo. But yeah, just crazy. And shout out to Malcolm, what he's done.
I did that with Lucas Riley. Because he had a channel I used to watch all the time with Vinny Watt, with Joey.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing him for the first time. It was at one of the shows that we went to.
Was it New Japan?
No, it was...
Because that's the first time I met...
It was Prestige.
Oh, yeah.
Prestige. That was the first time I got to see him in person. And then that's when I told him, hey, bro, I used to watch your YouTube channel, bro. He's like, bro, you're like the third person that ever told me that. I'm like, that's fire.
Yeah. I
don't know why. I always loved wrestling YouTube,
Yeah, dude, especially what people are doing now. Like, I mean, I don't know if we have time to say this, but like, shout out to some of the guys that I've watched grow into what they are. Like BDE, for example, dude. Like, he's now signed with TNA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember meeting him in 2018 through an Instagram poll.
Yeah.
Like literally again through Malcolm, he was like, who do you want facing me for the YWO heavyweight championship?
Yeah.
And I was pushing everybody in my Instagram DMs and be like, hey, vote for me, please. And then Brandon's so nice, dude. He was just so down to earth, saying like, hey man, like it's nice to meet you and all that stuff and I met him for the first time at WrestleMania in LA. Because I remember I had texted him because he had said he was here with Brent Oakley. Shout out to Brent. I feel so sorry I didn't meet him earlier. But yeah, he's like, yeah, man, I'm at Access. I'm at the WWE 2K23 section. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, went in there for free, obviously, even though there was a line to get it. And even though,
man.
And yeah, I met Brandon for the first time. And he again, such a cool dude. Even if it was for just 5 seconds or if it was a minute. Dude, the way I'm so proud of that dude, of how even now he's continuing to do content now, it is crazy enough.
No, yeah, Brandon is for sure the guy that I've been watching as well for a minute and seen him now getting signed. I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah,
dope.
And then another guy I want to shout out too is who else do I want to shout? There's like a lot of people I want to shout out that I've watched over the years, but like. The other one, I can't think. Who am I thinking of right now? There's a lot, like from Simply Better AM, who's a part of Vibe at the time. Phoenix Nitro. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he's one of those dudes that transitioned from making content to doing commentary for Wrestling Revolver. He's doing great stuff as well. And then like not even that, but like a lot of these wrestlers are becoming YouTubers now, which is really cool because I think that stands out from just being, a regular wrestler.
Devon, David Otunga. David Otunga's channel has been pretty cool.
Yeah.
To see, but yeah. Man.
Any other names you want me to? We got time apparently.
Ravi AAB. Assault and Battery 777.
Yeah, I've heard of him. No, I don't know him like that, but I
was about to be like, come on, bro.
No. I've heard of him. I haven't gotten to meet him yet.
Yeah, no.
Wheezy Blonde is one of the coolest people ever. Yeah. Dude, Mega Ran is one of the nicest people ever. If you ever get to check him out, he just got nominated for not a Gold Globe. I believe what's the music one? A Grammy.
Grammy?
Yeah, he got nominated for a Grammy, and he's been nothing but nice and down to earth and all that too. So
that's fine, man.
Yeah.
That's like one of those things I'm like, dude, all these YouTubers I like watching, you just know them casually. I'm like, oh, all right, I guess
it's kind of through.
This man's the guy.
Yeah, no, I've been very lucky with social media because it's like I learned that it takes time and it takes progress. In no means, and I will say this publicly, in no means am I a celebrity. Am I no means a wrestling YouTuber. I'm kind of me, man. I'm kind of just a guy that loves to support and to elevate people.
And you're also a commentator and a ring announcer.
Well, yeah,
but no, you got to give yourself some credit. Well, you are him. Not only that, you're a film director now.
Dude.
You're just fresh out of the 48-hour film challenge. What made you decide, all right, I'm going to be a director now?
Well,
was it because you saw your buddy Ira doing his things? Like, I want to be like him.
Sure.
That?
Yeah.
Totally kidding.
No. So I participated in that challenge for the past 5 years. And I, from 2018 was my first one, I think. And then I took a break in 2020, 2021, went back in 2022, 3, 4, 5, 19. Doing the math. 2018, I think I did 2019, 2020, 2021, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've done 6.
Wow.
I've done 6. And the 6th one, I was like, I've always been the executive producer, and actor. Why not just try being a director for the first time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've always wanted to direct my own film. I never got to. And, to this day, I still think that was my last one. I'm not too sure yet because it was just how much fun it is, man.
You're doing it this year. Come on, man.
It's fun, though. But, at the same time, it's like I kind of done it all. And I wanted to be a director just to say I did it.
All.
In terms of the 48. In terms of the 48. So, Yeah, I hit up a good friend of mine by the name of Stephen Contreras. He had, or Cardenas, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And he had some family obligations to take care of. So I was like, okay. And then I reached out to this very wonderful husband and wife duo by the name of Casey and Cindy Ball. They run a thing called the Desert Empire Filmmaking Foundation, which is a nonprofit which helps filmmakers in the Inland Empire area, in the high desert, if you want to count that too. And I had asked them, and they were nice enough to help me in my first directing gig. And they hooked it up with, like, you know, all these amazing people that they know. Like, shout out to Sue Ann, who was an incredible sound engineer. Shout out to...
You gotta get me connected. What?
Shout out to... I'm trying to think of everybody. Shout out to Angel Pineda III. I'm hoping I'm saying his last name right. He was recommended to by a friend of mine by the name of Michael Ainsley Diaz. I think that's her full name. And just people like that I got to work with. And then the cast that we had, dude, was amazing. Kiara Matthews, who stepped up literally the day of. She was not supposed to be on camera because one of our actresses got sick and was not able to do it. So we're like, okay. So shout out to her for stepping up last minute, who's actually, you know, great at not only prop stuff, but also, you know, acting as well. She played a great secondary character. And shout out to the main actress, Jess, who's on Instagram, I believe, as JJ_Kessie. She's an amazing musician too. So she does her stuff over there. But yeah, man, that to me was a dream come true. Cause like being a director and being in the authoritative position was really cool. Was there some stuff that I would have changed? Absolutely. Like, you know, being more prepared than I was, you know, and stuff like that. But overall, man, I mean, we got third best film for being, and that was the first ever wrestling film for that competition.
Man, that's crazy, man.
And it was cool because like Trailer King was a part of that. Was a great choreographer for making sure everybody was safe and making sure that everybody, you know, got out of there in one piece. Because remember, we were on a boxing ring. We weren't on a wrestling ring. So that was even, I know. Shout out to Ernie and Tom for taking the bumps on that. But
bumps on a boxing.
Those were wooden panels, ladies and gentlemen. That was not your typical wrestling ring, which is, you know.
Whoa, you crazy.
That's yeah. But yeah. And then shout out to Aaron Signs, who was our referee, and then Jacob Bryant, who was our character we had to have on the set. Yeah. So yeah, man, everything was great. Like I said, hopefully if everything goes right this year, maybe I might come back for the 48.
You're gonna come back.
But like
or
for the
just
60,
join my team.
For the 66, I
say I'm gonna do it every year, and I don't end up doing it.
This man, yeah.
But I am doing the 66 with you though. As the director. Yeah. Breaking news: I'm joining forces with Mike Wexler. Yeah. I'm only an AD though, so it's whatever.
Wow.
Totally kidding. No, I'm actually excited. I wanted a challenge like this. But what is like one of the biggest things you've learned from directing your first time?
Oh man, I learned a lot. I think one of the main things is that to keep a cool head. I think that was one thing too, was that like stuff will happen. You know, like people
adapt and whatnot.
Yeah. People there's gonna be some no-shows and there's gonna be some stuff that won't go your way. I think another thing too is just to be confident in your ability as a director. Yeah. I think I tended to be more like asking, you know, the AD and the EPs a little too much, maybe, of like, hey, does this look good, kind of thing, instead of being kind of more confident with how I presented things. And just overall, I think what I learned too is just having fun. I think just like enjoying the process, enjoying the time that you have with your cast and your crew, because like I said, you never know if any of those men, women, and non-binary folks are going to be a part of your next project or next of your journey, you know? So I try to pair up people that I think are at least decent human beings. So,
of course, yeah.
So you know, like I said,
yeah.
You know, there's people I worked with for years on 48s, like Jasmine Barrios, who I've known as one of my bestest friends in the world too. She's been killing it at what she's done in her own separate career. Mike Contreras, who's been doing his own separate stuff, and you know, people like that. Tim Valadez, who's been great as well. He's going to be the cinematographer for our team as well. So Yeah, just like I said,
Yeah,
people that are very
team, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Already got some talent in mind too, So yeah, we're gonna do good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we close out, man, what is your bruh moment? I don't think I need to explain it to you. I think you know the assignment. What is your bruh moment?
Oh man.
It could be good, bad.
My bruh moment. I'm gonna give you two, if that's cool.
Two, all right.
One is good and one is like, okay, like what? Like bruh.
Yeah, you got it.
One bruh moment that was a good thing was that and of course, as you guys know, I'm a ring announcer and commentator and all that. And happening this year, if you're not a wrestling fan, is a thing called WrestleMania. It's happening in April, the week of the 15th, over in Las Vegas, which is happening back to back since last year. And they have this thing called The Collective, which is hosted by a wrestling brand called GCW, Game Changer Wrestling. And one of the most bruh, like, oh my God, like this is happening thing is I kept reaching out to people that was running shows during that. And I think the bruh moment, even though it's not confirmed anything, I don't want to confirm anything yet, but Progress Wrestling, which is a wrestling company in the UK and England that is having a show during WrestleMania week, a part of The Collective, had responded to my message and said, hey, give us an email. Now, again, I don't want to say if this is a good thing or anything confirmed, but to get that,
to get a
reply like that.
Yeah.
Because Progress, if you don't know what Progress is, this is the best way I can describe it. If you think of people like Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, I think Walter, or now Gunther, was on there back in the day. Michael Oku, if you know who that is. Just names in the independent scene from the UK area has gone through Progress. And Progress has established themselves as, and I don't mean to be putting over the company like this, even though I have not confirmed anything yet, but has made a regularity of putting this platform for English stars or people from Austria or whatever the case may be. And to have a show like that had a really good time too at 11 o'clock a.m. PST, which over there is like 7 p.m. Dude, that would mean one of the biggest things. Like, I know West Coast Pro is still one of the biggest shows that I've ever gotten to commentate, but like to be on Progress would be something great. And I don't want to jinx myself. Shout out to Progress, shout out to everybody that's on there. But to be on that show would be phenomenal. Any of those shows.
Great, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I even reached out to Effie and his brunch show. I hope, like I said, if you see this. Or even Joey Janela's Spring Break, or like I said, the one show that I was hoping for sure is Progress, because I think that would mean, great. But another one too, dude, is like New Texas Pro, which is not a part of The Collective. It's a part of this thing called the Shooting Star Fest, which is hosted by Pride Style. Mm-hmm. New Texas Pro is killing it over in Texas. That would mean huge, like New Texas. I mean, again, DM, they're like, hey, we'll check with our commentators if they're going to make it that way, but we'll keep you in mind. That still is huge because they have a big platform too. So, like I said, I think that would be my bruh moment in terms of a positive, is getting that DM back from Progress.
That's dope.
And then
Every man.
I would say, and hear me out on this, I think my bruh moment that was a negative happens to be when it just doesn't make sense, in my opinion. Like having, this is going to sound stupid. So I get John Cena tapping out was some way a big bruh moment. I get that. But a big bruh moment, like for me, wasn't even that. Like, actually, I think now that I think about it, it was two things. One was Obafemi versus Cody. Was a big bruh moment in my opinion, because you had a potential of a banger only for it to be interrupted by Drew. And I get storyline reasons to keep that going, but like why? And then the second thing,
because I got a reason for it.
Yeah, and then the second thing was NXT New Year's Evil, which has happened. Why would you have someone like Kendall Gray, who works hard, who busts her ass and all that, and has created herself to be a female version of Kurt Angle. People are comparing her to Kurt Angle. I've watched her work since Evolve restarted, when she was teaming up with a girl by the name of Carly Bright, who was a NFL cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys, believe it or not. To see that, and for her to just lose to JC. No, all credit to JC Jen, don't get me wrong. But like, just to build something else, just to like why? Yeah. And then not only that, but Thea Hale losing the title to Izzy Dame? Like, I'm guessing you don't know what I'm talking about, but like...
No, I'm just expressing.
It's just,
I don't know what's happening much in NXT, but yeah.
Yeah. So that's my kind of bro moments.
Yeah, man. There's a reason why Drew McIntyre had to interfere. Mm-hmm. You just had to protect both people. I think that's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, you got Oba Femi, who's a legit wrestler, you know, NXT champion. Mm-hmm. And you got Cody Rhodes, the face of the company, that's technically fighting a rookie. Mm-hmm. So for him to lose to a rookie, or... I think they brought Drew in just to protect them both. All right, we got a good banger match. All right, let's end it now so none of them lose.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't make any of them look bad. But yeah, man. All right, man, those were some good bro moments. You know, we do this every time we have a guest on here. I'm not here. It's only you and the camera. If you could just say any positive thing to anybody that's watching this, that's probably regarding, you know, family, that's regarding, that wants to break into this wrestling business. If you give any piece of advice to the viewers, what would you say? I'm not here.
So, okay.
I'm not here.
If I had to give my piece of advice, it's just to take a bet on yourself. It sounds so cliche, but I still try to tell myself that as well, is to take a bet on yourself. Be your biggest cheerleader. That's something that, like I said, Carmen Michaels, who, like I said, is someone that I've a broadcaster over in, I believe, the East Coast scene, that told me that has really resonated with me. You know, looking back at my career thus far, again, heading into 6 years, coming in November, I've done a lot of sacrifices in terms of like, do I try to get my name out there over here? Do I try to promote, you know, because I do, you know, I promote every single wrestling show that's happening throughout the week on my Instagram. I try to tag all the wrestlers, because that way, in case you want access to what they're doing on their social medias and follow their journeys, I think that having a link right there to say, hey, there's this wrestler, do it, you know? There's been a lot of, you know, bumps in the road, but I feel like as long as you take the risk on yourself and take a chance and bet on yourself as a person, I think that would definitely help in the long run. And not only that, but it is a long game. I don't even have 10,000 followers on my Instagram. I'm barely cracking at 7,000. I think almost close to 8,000. Of course, this year that's the goal, is 10,000. But I like I said, I'm thankful for every single follower that I have. But going back on the thing, I think just be yourself. I think that is so cliche, but it's also so true, because if you're yourself and you want to be the person that you want to be, and the way that you present yourself should be the way that you want to be treated. So just like I said, take that chance, man. Give that DM to that wrestling company, or give that DM or that email to that podcast, or to the wrestler that you want to interview, or to the media team that you want to say, hey, I want to cover this event, or if I want to interview some of the stars. I mean, I literally known people that started out from like right here, and now they're being successful. And I know my time is going to come. I don't know when that is. I had a tryout in WWE in 2021, and I wasn't able to do it because I didn't want to lose my first job that I currently still have. Or I'm sorry, not my first job, but my second job. So just wait it out. And if not, life goes too fast. Just make sure, you take advantage of all the time that you have, make the best that you can of it, out of everything. And, just like I said, take a chance on yourself, and ultimately I don't know if properly just wait is per se more appropriate for this conversation, but just make sure that, just take the chance on yourself. I think that's more what I want to go for. So yeah, sorry if that was a little long-winded.
You're good, man. That was good, man. Let them know, brother. Where could they find you, man?
You can follow me at Sock Monkey Mike. And it's funny because I changed it back quite recently, about a year or two ago, because for the longest I just wanted to be established as just me, Mike Wexler. But I think people know me as Sock Monkey Mike, and it's just
might as well,
like
yeah.
Yeah, so
if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, so just like I said, I mean, I'm just here to support. I'm not going to stop promoting wrestling events. I'm not going to stop promoting my peers and people I want to connect with as well, because social media is free, and I feel like that you should have the platform to really showcase other people as well.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be all in this together. It's not necessarily everybody's mindset, but I think we should all be in this together. We should all rise together.
Of course, brother. Of course, man. Well, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next episode of Wayy Up. I need Josh. Okay, later, guys. We'll see you.